Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. I'm glad I'm here. I made it home safely to Alaska, so I won't be stranded if there's big events in the next few days. Um, I will admit that I came home early because I thought there might be some credence to that. So we'll see. Either way, I was glad to see my kitties and be settled back in and not have the traveling part of things done for now. So anyway, today's date is Thursday, October 27th, 2022. And in this video, I wanted to take a look at Alberta, Canada's new Premier, Danielle Smith. Now, she assumed office, I believe, on the 11th of October. And I had several emails asking me to look into her. And I said, I got to admit, I said, Canadian politics are so crooked. How in the world could I look at that and impart anything positive, you know? And I delayed and delayed. And it looks like we may be able to impart something positive about this lady who recently became Alberta's premier. I tried to pick some sources that, since I primarily record and put videos up on YouTube, I tried to use some YouTube sources for some sound bites and information so that both YouTube won't have a problem with the sharing I do, and you'll have a start at doing some investigation at this lady, former journalist and now premier of Alberta, Canada. Let me show you some of the information I came up with. Okay, first of all, and probably the best 4 minutes to hear some really encouraging things that Premier Smith had to say. I found this on the Calgary Herald, and I will put links in my description box for this video. Just less than 4 minutes, but she has some really positive things to say about changes that she plans to make, and a constitution she intends to see is upheld in Alberta. Really, really fabulous. Next up, this one was from the Random Archivist. I believe he got this soundbite here from Before It's News. Anyway, it's 18 seconds, and it just mentions that Alberta Health Services had apparently a partnership with the World Economic Forum, and that's sketchy at best and nefarious at worst. Okay, and then back on Before It's News, there is a 1 minute 11-second clip where the Alberta Premier apologizes to the unvaccinated. And then it talks a little bit about what that means. Okay, possibly accountability in government, changes in legislation, healing for people who have been divided by their medical choices from family and friends and society. I mean, there's a lot going on here. So I'm glad to say I may not have to just always dismiss Canada reading requests if this is the start of some changes. And let's ask the cards about that. So I guess my question is going to be, the person who is in the public eye and serving as Alberta's Premier, Danielle Smith. That's in case there's any kind of doubling or what have you going on. I want to be real clear because the universe is literal, but if you're very specific, you get the answers you need. What does the universe want us to know about this politician, this person, specifically professional aspects? What does the universe want us to know? Is there information or insights? Especially like to know if in the future she has a larger political role to play, if she's going to maintain her momentum. Chloe's in the background. So you saw a cat in the video like in the old days. Okay, Danielle Smith, what does the universe want us to know? Information and insights about how you will discharge your professional duties and future outlook. the Sun, 2 of Cups, 3 of Swords, 4 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, Death. Definitely have a mixed bag of cards here. Well, the Sun card is really beautiful to see here as far as indicating, we were asking specifically about the person who is seen in the public eye and will be discharging the duties of Premier, Danielle Smith. And the Sun card is a card of joy, success, very positive outcomes. So we're being reassured here that the person who is discharging those duties will do so in a very positive way. Now, it looks like the 2 of Cups is clarifying that. That's a card of agreement. So in addition to being elected, she has an agreement going on to play this role and be that positive voice and change for Alberta and possibly set the bar for the rest of the provinces of Canada and possibly farther abroad than that. Now, the recent past, we have the 3 of Swords. And if you've been listening to my political reads, you know that when I get that, that usually indicates that the person has at some point is no longer the original version. So that they have been in some way changed, augmented, what have you, that the original version of Danielle Smith is not the actual person who has this agreement and is going to so well discharge these duties. And I'm sorry, but whenever I see that, that tells me clone or double is in work. That's just for me. It may not be what it says for other readers. So don't, if you see other readers that get a 3 of Swords, don't go, uh-oh. That's just what it means for me. So I'm being told by the universe that this is not the original version of Danielle Smith, but we are getting reassured that this one's going to do some really fabulous, positive things. In the present, we have the 4 of Cups, okay? Now, the 4 of Cups can be one of not too much excitement, even a little distraction and boredom. He can be not noticing cup number 4 that's floating in the air right beside him because he's focusing here. So we're being told that we're being asked to focus on these things, but something else is working out in Canada in the background. It's working out very positively for them, okay? But these comments she's making and the attention she is drawing to the different topics that she's speaking on is very deliberate, but there's more going on than that. So if you're interested in politics, be watching for that. Look out for things that they don't. Ask yourself what they're not talking about. That's important to the average citizen. And that might give you a clue what number 4 is. And it may just be these fabulous changes that are getting ready to unfold in our world, that she's privy to that information and is helping to make that possible. I see no reason not to believe that with what I'm seeing. Now down here, we have for the near future, the Knight of Pentacles, a very stable card, kind of tends to be one of my white hat cards, a very good energy, one of stability. So she is going to bring a lot of stability, both economically and in every other way, to the lucky residents of Alberta as she discharges her duty. However, be aware, there is a little smoke and mirrors going on with this situation. Again, and it just may be the fact that she's got a quiet agreement, that there's things going on in the background that she can't speak and can't spotlight at this point. So I'm not getting necessarily that it's a worrisome smoke and mirrors. But as we know, our world is in flux, it's in change. And this change, there's a war going on, but it's going on quietly and it's not happening on the headlines. So there's smoke and mirrors happening from both sides of the political spectrum, both ends of it. The Death card shows for a long, slow change, okay? It very rarely means actual death. It's talking about a long, slow change. In Canada, every province is ready and has had a slow change as people, first of all, had that enough is enough type of feeling. And then the increased patriotism and political interest that was sparked by the truckers has all helped to make everyday people see that there's a lot more of us than there are of them. And there's change that's needed, and we can demand it, and we can expect it, and we can get it, and we can make it happen. Let's get a few other cards and see what's going on with Miss Smith. Huh? We have the Emperor card, the Ultimate White Hat card, again, highlighting the fact that this person is definitely going to be, if she's controlled opposition, it's the best kind. It's the white hat kind. She's going to be helping to lead Alberta into the future, and maybe have a spot in the history books that is pretty special. Okay, the Ten of Swords. Tens are the ending of something. She's going to be here as our world makes that big change, as our, however that unfolds. I don't claim to know it, but however it unfolds, she's going to see Alberta through that process. I do get that big changes are coming in the very near future. We have another major arcana indicating her, the Empress card. Love, maternal energy, our Earth. So as our Earth makes these changes that the Alliance and White Hats are working on, good things. And we have a victory card here with the Six of Wands. That's it for this video. Okay, you heard Chloe in the background. My ice maker was going off. I'm definitely home, and I've always said this is a home production. So it's like I was rolling my eyes as I was pointing the cards, and I thought, what next? What next? Someone will be at the door or something. Who knows? Anyway, that's it for this video. Alberta residents, you're lucky. You're lucky. Miss Smith is going to do good things for you. And yeah, I think she's going to set the bar for what the other premiers and political figures in Canada should aspire to. And I don't think she's going to have to worry about facing the consequences that the deep state people will when this change unfolds and things change. So thank you so much for your precious time. I don't take it for granted. I do appreciate it very sincerely. I want to thank my new subscribers, my resubscribers, and those who take the time to write me and support me through Buy Me a Coffee or in other ways. I mean, I had an email today that brought me to tears. So it's nice to know that on the other end of this, someone's listening and it's making a difference to them, and it's helping them to stay positive in these crazy nutty, I'm going to tear up now, I'm sorry. In these crazy nutty times we're living in, you know, that we can look around and still see some positive things and notice changes and be in a small way, a part of it. It's really special. So thank you all. Until next time, love and light.